I'm here at Barnes & Noble and I'm talking exclusively with Mayim Bialik about her new book, Girling Up. In the book, you talk about your first kiss being on the TV show Blossom.
That's right.
If you could go back and pick anybody to have your first kiss with, who would it be?
What? Okay. There was a gentleman in my elementary school, and I had a crush on him for many years. He was very cool. He was like one of the coolest kids in elementary school. I asked him if he would be my cha-cha partner to dance to Stand By Me at our graduation from elementary school, and I was sure he'd say no because he was really, really cool. And he said, sure. And he was a very good dancer. He was on the shorter side, so it was awesome. So I got to dance with Brandon Blunt at my 6th grade graduation.
You give tips for younger girls in the book. If you could go back and give your teenage self a piece of advice, what would it be?
I think if I could go back, I would tell my teenage self that I'm probably always going to be different, the way I always felt different, but that the degree to which that is painful and something that I feel like I need to change will decrease as you find more people like you and as you mature. And I think that would have been very comforting to know, and no one ever told me that. So I tell girls that with this book.
You were talking about your sons. As they get older and they come to you for advice, do you think you'll give them more maternal-based advice or more scientific-based advice?
We're already well into science realm. They already know that I'm the clinical mama. I mean, it's clear that I'm still very classically a mother and a very particular type of, loving and nurturing and protective mother. But yeah, I'm very, very clinical. And they know when they ask a question about a boo-boo or why is this, that they're really going to get the answer.
In the book, you talked about how you were a science teacher before landing the role of Amy Farrah Fowler on The Big Bang Theory. When The Big Bang Theory ends, would you consider going back to teaching, or do you want to continue acting?
I think at this point I'm a little bit of a distraction being on the #1 comedy in America. I think that there will always continue to be ways that I teach, but it may be in a more either a more untraditional, or depending how the world of YouTube and my website goes, a more traditional method.
Do you think shows like The Big Bang Theory are providing a new type of role model for young girls?
I think that The Big Bang Theory shows a different kind of role model for boys and girls. I think that there are aspects of a lot of the male characters on our show that I look up to and that I would find inspiring.
Who would you pick as a good role model for young girls?
Who would I pick as a good role model for young girls? Well, I'm told people think that I'm a good role model for girls, but besides me, even if you're not a person who supports the Democratic Party, I think the fact that there was a Democratic candidate for president who was a woman, I think is pretty inspirational, just to think of what she had to get through even to get that far. I think that's inspiring no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on.